Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rashawn427. Today I have another Omnibus overview, and this is actually on Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley. And actually, this one is actually Volume 3 inside the series. Now, I actually did an overview of Volume 1. I might do a review of Volume 1. I read the whole entire thing. I actually completed Volume 2, but I didn't get the Omnibus for it just simply because it was costing too much money. So I got trade paperbacks and comic book because it was way cheaper to do it that way, and I just wanted to read with the story, but I got this for a really good deal and stuff like that. But this is actually Volume 3. This is the part that I'm actually on. And with this, you see actually the front, you see it says Ultimate Spider-Man. She's marveled by Bendis and Bagley. I believe this is the last series that Bagley is actually going to be on. I believe he leaves the series, and I believe he comes back as well. So that's pretty awesome. I love this cover. I believe this homage to one of the Baby Spider-Man covers. I can't remember which one it is, but it's definitely an homage to the Baby Spider-Man cover. You see, it got all the characters and stuff on it. And with the Ultimate Universe, you know, I read all the Ultimates. I'm about to get Ultimate X-Men Volume 1, so that'll be really, really cool, because 2 volumes of that is out. I believe, like, 4 volumes of this is out, and Death of Spider-Man is out. So this is a lot of this and some X-Men and stuff like that. But she's an awesome front cover. And you see on the actual side of it, you see it says Omnibus right there. Marvel Omnibus. And you see it says Ultimate Spider-Man. This is Volume 3, which is super, super cool. You see on the back of it, you see what it actually collects. Let's actually show what it actually collects on here. And you see it's actually collecting Ultimate Spider-Man 72 to 111, Ultimate Spider-Man Annual number 1 and 2, written by Brian Michael Bendis and illustrated by Mark Bagley with Mark Brooks and Stuart Immonen. I don't know how to actually say that, but yeah, that's really, really cool right there. And you see actually opening this up now. One thing I don't really like this cover right here, to be completely honest. I forget what I got on my Volume 1. And I know some of them were different because they've been reprinting these for a while. This is like one of the older omnibus. I believe like the first print of Volume 1 came out like 2011. And you see Mark Bagley goes out with a swing. You see this is really, really cool right here. 111 issue collaboration with writer Brian Michael Bendis. So this one, he actually leaves the series. I forget who actually comes on with the series, but you see this is really cool. If you guys want to pause any of this, actually can read that right there. Pause any of this right here. Yes, just read this. But that's super, super awesome. You see on the back, you get all the covers right here. And this is actually where you get into, what do you get into? You get the Clone Saga with this. I passed Carnage. You just get Hobgoblin. Inside this one, you get Vulture, it looks like. But I know the big thing of this is like them redoing the actual Clone Saga. You see, I don't know why they had the book right there. But you see, this is actually the book. Not really my favorite. I don't know if this is Shang-Chi or not, but I believe Iron Fist is actually already introduced. He was introduced inside the half book that they actually did, which is really, really cool. But you see, looking at this art, I think it's cool, but just for a wraparound, I don't know. I just expected something maybe a little better than this. And I do love that we get the introduction of Daredevil inside this comic book. They actually read up on that. So you actually get Daredevil. I'm a huge, huge Daredevil fan. You see opening in this book right here. She's really cool. You get 72 to 111. Get 2 annuals right there, which is super, super cool. Can't wait to get into all this type of stuff. And this will probably be the longest series that I've ever read. I don't think there's any series where I've read like the complete entire run of it, but this will probably be the first one. And of course, with all other Ultimate stuff, I'll probably read the whole entire thing as well. But you see, scrolling through here, you get Nick Fury in this book as well. He was in Volume 1 and Volume 2 and everything like that. So that's super, super awesome. As you know, with the Ultimate Universe, it's basically characters with a twist. Like what they did with Carnage is completely different the way he is inside the main universe. You get MJ, you get Aunt May in this book, and then you get Hobgoblin, which he's the take on Green Goblin they did in here, because they didn't do the regular glider type of thing. They did something basically completely different with actually Hobgoblin inside this series. And you see him fighting Hobgoblin right there. That's really, really cool. But yeah, can't wait to actually jump into the series. Love the art of Mark Bagley. I'll be honest, when I first started reading, I was like, do I like this art? But once you get into it, which I mean, you can basically say that about anybody, but I feel like there are some artists that when I've read their stuff, and even though like I got into it more and more, I still didn't like it. Where you see, you get Moon Knight, you get a different version of Moon Knight right there, which is super, super cool. So you get Moon Knight inside this book. Of course, you get Kingpin. Kingman's been here from the start. You know, to me, he's a Daredevil villain, but I can see why people say he's a Spider-Man villain. You get Black Cat in here. So you get a bunch of awesome stuff. Electro, who already was actually in here as well. You just get a whole ton of stuff inside this book. And you see it looks really, really awesome. Can't wait to actually dive into this. And you know, the old reason I actually got into you get Vulture here, the reason I got into the Ultimate stuff was to get into Miles Morales. And then I was like, well, before I get to Miles Morales, there was a Peter Parker side of the Ultimate Universe. So I was like, you know, let me read Peter Parker stuff. And I'm glad I actually got into all this type of stuff. Because, I mean, it's absolutely awesome. It's a great run right here. The Ultimates, I really, really enjoy. It definitely was based off the Avengers. Like, that, especially the first, even the second one, because you got Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So, it's all based on the Ultimates. You see, this is super awesome right here. You get more Kingpin. This is what I wanted to show. The main thing, Daredevil. Daredevil looks absolutely awesome. I love the way Bagley draws him right here. But, yeah, you get a whole ton of stuff in here. So many cool things. Carnage is actually back. I want to definitely see how that goes. You get the Fantastic Four in here. So, yeah, it definitely expands on the universe. When you first start reading it, you get hints at other heroes. But I think it wasn't until volume 2 of the Omnibus is when you actually get into all of the heroes. And you start seeing different heroes. Spider-Man actually teaming up with them. Because from what I remember, you actually didn't get... So, there's actually Ultimate Spider-Man number 100 right here. Variant cover and stuff like that, but you don't get the team ups until like volume 2. Because in volume 1, I don't believe you got any. From what I remember, I don't believe you got team ups. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, this is super awesome. Of course, you get the backup stuff inside the back pages. You get shots of Venom, basically all the stuff that comes into it. Now, I believe they kind of doing this type of stuff because Bagley is actually jumping off the series. I gotta look up who actually jumped on the series with this. But yeah, get Brian Michael Bendis and stuff. You get an afterword by Mark Bagley because he actually is leaving the series. But I believe once you get the Death of Spider-Man Omnibus, he actually comes back inside the series and stuff like that. So that's really cool. But yeah, this Omnibus Volume 3, can't wait to actually jump into this. Volume 4, I believe is coming out. Death of Spider-Man is already out, which is weird. But then I heard they're doing something weird where they're doing all the stuff that was in Death of Spider-Man. They're doing a Volume 5 of this. So it's like, do I get Death of Spider-Man or do I get the Volume 5? I definitely don't need both of them, but I guess you just have to make that decision on which one you want. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What you think about this Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 3? Can't wait to actually jump into this, continue the story. I've been loving pretty much everything about it up until this point. But like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.